president of the Booster Club at the high school. And so tonight we're having Chick-fil-A.
Again?
And so this morning I got the Chick-fil-A and I'm like, okay, I cannot eat that Chick-fil-A this morning because I'm so going to eat Chick-fil-A tonight.
I would eat both.
I know.
I would eat both.
I did both. I did that one time. We went to church after the meeting and I had Chick-fil-A and I had Chick-fil-A again.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it.
What's up, Jason?
What's up?
I'm glad you could, stop shopping today and,
Yeah.
stop seeing your family in Kalamazoo and, well, wherever the hell you were last time.
I'm here now. So,
Did you need an RSVP that you were coming?
yeah. We're good.
I've got 9 people on my list.
You did?
For real, for real.
Oh,
So here's the deal. You hang out for as long as you can,
alright.
and then when the 10th person shows up,
Gotta go. Alright. I got food. Thanks for the Chick-fil-A, by the way.
I'll let them know that you ate their sandwich.
Yeah.
Like, you guys would have gotten the sandwich today, except Jason, the guy who didn't RSVP, he took it. All right. All right, you're here for free kindness, yeah? You're here for intermediate. Your statistics and y'all are statistics as well.
Yeah.
And your test is today?
Yes. I'd be fine if you moved it though.
Definitely,
Yep.
we moved it from last week. So, definitely not moving it again. Jason, your test is next week.
Yeah.
All right.
Is it the same test?
Yeah. Yeah, y'all, you're 12 weeks and they're 16, so they have a 4-week head start,
Yeah.
but yet you just about caught them already. So I'm not sure exactly how that's happening,
Yeah.
but I think it has something to do with the fact that there's only like 8 people in your class and we seem to just keep moving along.
Yeah. Nobody really
Really?
shows up.
No one shows up for class. And then I go like this, y'all good? Yeah, we're good. All right, sounds good, let's just keep going. It's the damnedest thing I've ever seen. There's like 25 people enrolled, 8 of them show up for lecture, and I'm like,
It's their own fault. It's for their own benefit if they show up or not. So.
look, I don't care what you do.
We've
It's
had
your
like,
world.
we've had like 15 people drop out of my bio class since it started.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we have like a ton of kids failing.
What did you take?
Professor Cornett, BSc 1010C. Yeah, he's hard.
My son's taking biology now. Well, while you're here, monitor the thing that never shows up. All right. Yeah, he's taking that same course.
It's hard.
It's online, right? Some kind of hybrid thing where he watches the lectures online or something or other. He says it's not that bad. I don't know.
It's really not. Like, you just have to like put in the study time.
Oh, shocker.
I don't like doing that though.
Like,
Does that not describe virtually every course ever in the history of mankind? Like, it's not bad, just study.
there's so many kids like trying to just watch the lecture.
Do y'all have charts?
Yes, sir.
You have charts?
Oh,
Dang it.
C-school?
No.
Yeah.
You have it with you or?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
about it.
You have it with you or not? Or let me give you one?
I can just take a picture of hers.
Well, shit, here, here's one.
Okay.
Did you put it in?
Yeah, no.
I'll try to give you one that's staple.
How many questions is on the test?
Yes, it's 20.
Thank you.
All right. So Jason, let's just I thought, he'll show up. You two.
Hey, my bad. I woke up and I was like, hey, I should probably go. I don't know what's going on, so. I can't.
And then my man Amar, he was trying to, he wanted to come, and I was like, nah, we're full, dude.
Aw.
Hell, should've just told him to show up.
Man.
Might
Yeah.
as well tell him to show up now. Hell, I know people are just gonna show up anyway. Although, we got about another 5 minutes, I'm gonna text him and tell him, come on up here.
Yeah.
The people who said they were coming,
Yeah.
not coming anyway. Alright. We're gonna go here. We're gonna go, average cost of, it's about that time, Casey. It's time for Thanksgiving.
Mhm.
So the governor of California just came out and said no more than 3 families per household.
Wow. Why?
And Thanksgiving dinner should be kept under 2 hours.
Is that for Florida?
California.
Why do they have a curfew for Thanksgiving? That's dumb.
Evidently, people in California aren't very happy. I read it this morning. So average cost of Thanksgiving dinner,
Amir just said wait so I can show up.
did he?
Yeah, that's,
Tell him, come on.
no, and it's not like loading, like, it's just,
But you did get the comment.
yeah,
Yeah, and his name is not Amir, it's Amar.
my bad.
Palmer.
Amr, that's right,
Wrong
Amr.
dude, wrong here.
Amr. Yeah, tell Amr to come on. It's 8:25, people aren't here yet. Average cost of Thanksgiving dinner is, $185. Standard deviation is, $20. Alright? Let's find the probability that, someone spends more than 200. Let's find the top 4%. Let's find, if we select 16 people, this probability to me is more than 150, 170. All right. Let's try those A, B, C. You good? All right, Molly, we're gonna put you right here, baby.
Wait, what's that say? 16 what?
16 people.
Uh,
It's probably to me is more than 170. I think we could fit more than 9, even spaced at 6 feet apart,
Probably.
if we utilize the spaces a little better that are currently being used. I don't know. All I know is this, I ain't trying to get fired today, Molly. Not get fired, not go to jail. Those are 2 things that kind of establish my day every day.
You save yourself.
Just every day, like, if I do this, will I get fired? Yes. I probably won't do it then. All right, Molly, here's what we got for you. We're gonna go x squared plus 5x minus 6 over x cubed, minus 1 times x squared plus x plus 1 over, over 2x squared plus 13x plus 6. Let's have a little fun there, Mom. Then let's go 1 over x plus 4 plus 7 over x plus 2. Alright? And then since you showed up on a Friday and you had better things to do, but you chose to come here instead, let's go here with that. That's so good right there. That's so good. All right. Gassy, and it's soon to be Amr. Do we need to do 3 equations, 3 variables, setting up the matrix and simplifying it?
Yes,
Would that be
I
helpful?
have had a hard time with the homework. Your problems are easy and fast, but the homework is
Oh, yeah.
wrecking.
No, there's some truth to that.
I felt so good after that class. I was like, I got this. This is easy. And
Do
then
you
I
have
was
one that
doing the
you
homework.
looked at?
I don't have it with me
Yes,
now.
you do? Okay.
No.
What the hell did you do, Jason?
That's all. It's not working.
Maybe because you have one bar. Stick to AT&T.
Yeah. And I,
I've come to conclude that AT&T and Spectrum both suck ass.
Yes.
Yeah.
isn't Verizon good?
Verizon's very good.
Well, I hear Verizon's really good, but you know, AT&T's got me locked into a contract, and then, then I think I'm paying for this next up thing, so I can get a new phone whenever I want to, and they told me that no, that actually doesn't get a new phone whenever you want to, and then I'm like, why am I paying for this thing? It's all kinds of bad. Now it says I'm on Wi-Fi, but I'm not on Wi-Fi. Because the Wi-Fi is the only thing that's worse than AT&T. All right, let's see here. All right, Casey, let's do this. X plus 2y minus z equals 2. X minus y plus 2z equals 5. 2x plus 2y plus 2z equals 12. Okay? So I'm going to write it there, but when we work it, we're going to work it over there on that board. Good.
Because you'll need the whole space.
Yeah.
This time.
Ladies, you all ready?
Yeah, ready for you to explain.
Okay. Yeah, I'll walk you through it, it's totally okay. Refresh my memory,
Maddie,
Maddie,
Alyssa,
Alexa. All right. Jason, you ready? All right, so more than 200. So for problems like this, you want to draw this normal distribution graph. 185, 200, and you get this. All right. So you're going to do 200 minus 185 divided by 20, which is 15 divided by 20. Yeah, which is 0.75.
Yes.
Right? So, are you going to use positive chart or the negative chart?
Negative.
Negative chart, right? Why is the negative chart?
Because this is small.
It's a small area. .75, 0.2266.
Yeah.
0.2266. All right. Now, top 4%, 4%. Now, what you need to know about this top and bottom percentage is if it's on the top percent, like this is 4%, this is gonna be a positive z-score. So when you write it down, you're gonna write down a positive number. Now, this is confusing, Maddie, because we go to the negative chart to find it. But then I just skipped the negative part once I put that in problem. So it is kind of confusing. If it's top, you're gonna use a positive number. If it's negative, you'll use the bottom, if it's the bottom percentage, you'll use a negative number. So 0.04 on the inside part of the chart is 1.75. Do we agree? So now you're gonna do 1.75 equals x minus 185 over 20. So that's 7/4, which is 35, equals x minus 180. Multiplying both sides by 20. Add 180, add 180. 215 is equal to x.
I got 220.
What's 35 times 1.75?
You did x minus 180. It's 185.
Some people just cheat. 220. Remember, those who can do, those who cannot teach. All right. 1.16 probability the mean is more than 170. So, being regarded as picture, this is 185. This is 170. We're going more than that. So it's 170 minus 185 divided by um,
20?
divided by 20 divided by the square root of 16, yes? So this is negative 3. Square root of 16 is 4, 20 divided by 4 is 5. Negative 15 divided by 5 is negative 3. We good?
167.69.
Wait. What are you doing?
What? I found the. How'd you get negative 3?
170 minus 185 divided by 20 divided by the square root of 16. Did you use parentheses? Because I'm guessing you did not.
I did. Oh, maybe I did. Was I
Yeah,
supposed to
use
use for
parentheses on
that?
too, yeah.
Ah.
And you got to
Okay.
divide by the square root of 16, not multiply. That's kind of like all that bit, but you get it. Go ahead and do that. Divided by open parentheses. What up, Bomber?
Divided by square root of 18. Okay, got it now.
All right, you good?
Yeah.
All right. We're doing Gauss Jordan elimination on that system of 3 by 3 right there. All right. Now, we use the positive chart, negative chart?
Positive.
Positive chart. So looking up negative, or looking up 3 on the positive chart, what'd you get, Jason?
Good question.
He's here for the biscuit. 0.9987. Next semester, we're back to notice, so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. And my wife is not, my
Boston Green.
Are you signing up for the next semester today?
I don't think I, well,
Okay, I appreciate that.
Boston Green.
Go enjoy Lee Joe, okay? All right. It's like, shit. 2 minutes extra credit, I promised you. That was only to get you in here next term, but since you're not doing it. All right, now, are you gonna be at Polk next year, or are you going somewhere else? Like, I feel like you should be going somewhere else. No offense.
We'll see. It's just we'll see.
Are you talking to anybody?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Football or basketball?
Basketball.
For sure. So football's done.
Yeah. What's David doing?
Football. For sure. Where are you going? We'll see. If he gets a B in biology, his ass might be up hole. All right. X plus 6, X minus 1, right, Mom? Oh, wait, I need to write a problem for you, though. Give me 1 second, Mom. Y'all good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jason.
You're welcome.
Jason's a spokesman for the group. Keeping the same info. Same info. Let's go, let's say, 48% of people plan to visit family for Thanksgiving. If we select um, 100 people, what's the probability that fewer than 40 plan to visit? All right. All right. Molly, here we go. X cubed minus 1, Molly, did you factor that?
Yeah.
What did you get, baby?
Well, I did that up and over thing.
No, honey, up, over is only for plus minus. It's not for multiplication. So, I guess that's not right.
wrong. Okay, that's fine.
You need to monitor that, please. All right. And by monitor that, I mean just make sure that everything is within view. Because I don't think anybody else is online. All right, turn the volume down.
Sorry, I tried to turn it on. Press the wrong button. My bad.
I would say I've never done it, but I did it twice yesterday. So you totally cool. Plus, there's nothing on there. I ain't got to come back. All right. Where are the rest of y'all's friends at?
They couldn't come.
Yeah.
They were busy today.
Did they RSVP or they didn't RSVP?
No.
All right, Molly, here we go. So x cubed minus 1 is x minus 1, x squared plus x plus 1, right? And then this part doesn't factor, but it doesn't need to because we're going to cancel it anyway. And then this part's kind of tricky, right? This is 2x plus 1, x plus 6, right? So then, what cancels? This and this cancel, this and this cancel, this and this cancel, and what are we left with?
2x plus 1?
2x plus 1, but now remember, it's in the bottom already, right?
Right.
So it's gotta be 1 over 2x plus 1. Does that make sense? Nate, we good? All right, now, Nate, for this one, it's plus, so this one we can just do the up, over thing. Right? 1x plus 2. Are you good at the up, over, Nate, or not really?
Yeah, that's all right.
So now we have 8x plus 30 over x plus 4x plus 2. We good? Molly, you good? All right, now, up, over here, land you in some trouble. What I need you to observe is that these two are functionally the same. Okay? And up, over would work still, by the way. It's just you have to reduce it when you get done. But what I want you to see is that this and this are functionally identical. Right? And so what you do is you employ a little trick, Molly. You change the sign in the middle, and then reverse these two around. That's the end result of what happens. See, what happens is you take out a negative from the 3 minus x, and you make that x minus 3. And then this negative and this negative will combine together to become a plus. And so the end result of what it looks like, is that we just simply change the middle sign and swap those two around. Like that's what it looks like to the outside user. But we know that what we did was we took out a negative and then used that negative with the sign in the middle to adjust. Okay? So that this becomes 13 over x minus 3. Does that make sense? Nate, you see how that works? That's one of those ones where if you see that and you make that little adjustment, bam, you get it right away. If not, you're going up, over, and then you got a little reducing to do it again, which you may or may not have gotten. All right. We good? Nate, you good? All right. I'm going to give you another one like that bottom one. And then let's try this one. This would be a hell of a lot of fun right here. We're going to go 7 over x minus 4 plus 5 over 4 minus x. All right. You know what? You got up on a Friday, so let's go ahead and do this. Let's go 2x plus 8. Now, that's real good right there. Why are you laughing, Cassie?
That's good. I think that's why they're here, right? To learn?
Well, yeah. I mean, why else would you get up on a Friday?
Right.
You know, when I was doing donuts and questions, I used to have people come in, grab a donut, and then leave.
No.
Swear to God.
No.
Chick-fil-A Day too.
Chick-fil-A Day, for sure.
Like a group of a herd would just come.
Grab a sandwich and then bolt. Swear to God.
I'd lock the door.
Huh?
Lock the door and then be like, you're on a timer. You gotta be here for at least 45 minutes.
Is that, I mean, yeah, they come in, grab a donut, and then walk out. Like, what the hell? What was that?
Crazy.
And then it gets really bad when it's like their friends are showing up. And I'm like, you're not even one of my students. What's your name? All right, remember, take drier next semester. So that's tough there, Molly. That's real tough. Nate, this one's for you. This one's for you, Nate. Because I know how much you like cubes. I mean, I know you do, Nate.
Wait, am I supposed to do the top one too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Nate. This is gonna be so great. That's just fantastic stuff right there. All right, Elmer. We're coming over here, all right? So we're creating this 1, 2, negative 1, 2. 1, negative 1, 2, 5. 1, negative 1, 2, 5. 2, 2, 2, 12?
I wrote it as 12. So I hope it's 12. I was able to
Did
solve
you
it.
get, did you
Yeah,
get X, Y, Z?
I did,
Are they integers?
yes.
Because it looks like your other twos, it just looks like you ran your finger through it or something.
Yeah, it's 12.
Okay.
You know, I'm relatively decent, not super good, but decent at writing problems and solving them as I write them.
Yeah,
Those are a little harder to do.
I'm sure. There's so many steps to them.
Yeah, like I can do them, but it
You gotta move it up more.
gives me a headache. Yeah. All right, so, we good?
Just a little bit more.
All right. So, yeah, just to recap, our goal is to get 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, and then we'll have X, Y, Z as our answer. That's kind of where our goal is. All right? Now, the way we're going to accomplish that is we're going to do row operations. Okay? So I'm going to multiply row 1 by negative 1 and then add it to row 2. Okay? So the top part remains unchanged. Negative 1 times row 1, adding it to row 2. So negative 1 times 1 is negative 1 plus 1 is 0. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 minus 1 is negative 3. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1 plus 2 is 3. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2 plus 5 is 3. Now, to get rid of the bottom equation, can I do them together? Are you okay? I mean, I don't want to like go through so many steps at once, but negative 2 times 1 is negative 2, plus 2 is 0. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, plus 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2, plus 2 is 4. Negative 2 times 2 is negative 4, plus 12 is 8. You girls good? Jason, you done?
No, but I'm good. I don't even know where to start, so.
Same.
Okay.
All right. We'll come over there in a second. Hold on. All right, so I've got to 0, 0.
Right,
Now, my next goal is to get this to become a 1,
yes.
or get rid of this piece with what we have. See, and what I'm saying there is, like, let's say that negative 3 instead of being negative 3 was 2, and this was negative 2. No, just add them together and get rid of it, and then deal with the 2 later. Okay? But in this case, that's not the case, right? So what I'm going to do is, because all of these divide by 3, we'll just go ahead and divide them by 3. So 1, 0, 0, 2, negative 1, 2. This is going to be 0, 1, negative 1, negative 1.
And then I add in
see, here's the problem with doing that. If you go row 3 to row 1, then you get rid of this 2. Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fine, you can do that. Yeah, you could do that. I was saying you cannot do row 1 plus row 3 to get rid of it.
Right. 'cause I
But
don't
you
want
can go
it
up.
one.
You can go up.
I did. I
All right,
did.
so row 3 plus row 1 gets rid of the 0 on the 2 on top. So we have 1, 0, 0, -2, 4, 8, 1, -1, -1. And if we add straight up, -2 and 2 is 0, 4 and -1 is 3, and this is 10. Now, we're going to get rid of the 2 by multiplying row 2 by 2 and adding it to this one. Uh-oh, Jason. I thought I lost for a second. Hey, baby, how are you?
I'm good. Yeah.
What's your name, honey?
Catherine?
Catherine. Catherine, I'm gonna need you to sit the desk next behind there. Is that okay?
Here?
One more back. Right there. Perfecto. Oh, wait, I just rewrote it, didn't I?
I thought so, yeah.
I don't wanna do that. That's a waste of step right there. Multiply this by 2, we can get rid of this one. So, this is 0. 1 times 2 is 2, minus 2 is 0. -1 times 2 is -2 plus 4 is 2. -1 times 2 is -2 plus 8 is 6. Yeah. Now we get 1, 0, 3, 0, 1, -1.
So multiply the bottom row times times 1, and then add it to it.
Say it again.
You multiply the bottom row times.
I multiplied row 2
Okay,
by 2
okay,
and then added it to row 3.
okay.
All right? Now I'm dividing row 3 by 2 to get 0, 0, 1, 3. Does that make sense? Now, we call this an upper triangular matrix. From there, you could actually solve,
Right.
right? I mean, theoretically, you
You
can
have
solve
one
it
of the
from here.
variables. so you-
Because you know that z is 3.
Right.
You know that y minus z is -1, and then you know that x plus 3z is 10, you could theoretically solve that.
Right.
Okay, but we're not doing that. We're getting it down to the identity. Okay? So now we're going to do row 3 plus row 2. Row 3 plus row 2. Now, if I do row 3 plus row 2, what do we get? 0, 1, 1 and minus 1 is 0. Is that 2?
Yes.
Now, to finish this off, we gotta get rid of the 3. We can do so by doing -3 times row 3 and add it to row 1, right? So we get 0, 0, 1, 3, 0, 1, 0, 2. -3 times 1 is -3. Add it straight up, we get 1, 0, 0. -3 times 3 is -9 plus 10 is 1. Get 1, 2, 3. Molly said, what class is that?
I want to stay far away from that.
Hey, Cassie,
Very scary.
it goes like this, and then you see 1140. It's, well, it's what? 1140?
Yeah, 11:40.
Multiple lines. Okay. And if you get rid of this one, Molly, go ahead and get rid of this one too.
My advisor has me taking a pre-calc/trig class.
2 semesters?
No, in
In
one
one
semester.
semester.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
you got 2 semesters to do it because you gotta take college algebra first.
Yeah, it's scary.
Yeah. You're gonna be a doctor, right?
Hope so.
Okay, so you gotta go through calculus then.
Yeah, I do.
Have fun. Enjoy that shit. All right, we good? And this is, I mean, it does not show up well on PowerPoint. Like, it's
Right.
just,
No, no.
it's terrible,
Yeah,
but I don't have another option, so.
yeah.
Other than coming in and just live streaming it from the classroom and be like, okay, guys, I'll be at the whiteboard today. Y'all do your best. Catherine, what class you in, baby?
Statistics.
Okay, so, that's the problem you're working on that bottom on the right. All right? You guys good? Now, let's give you this. Let's give you this. Let's say A is equal to one, two, 5. Let's say B is equal to 3, 4, -1, 6, 2, 5. Let's find A plus B. Let's find A times B. Let's find B times A. And let's find A inverse. And you know what? Because you're a good sport, let's find the determinant of A. Amr, you're supposed to be my video guy. You're supposed to tell me that you couldn't see that. I mean, the nobody watching online can see it.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, I'm just saying, you gotta be respectful of those people that are watching online.
Yeah, my bad.
It's okay. He's sorry, guys. He's sorry.
I actually have another person watching.
All right, we good?
Yeah.
All right. Stats. All right, Catherine, we're gonna go ahead and start. Hey, Catherine, did you get a biscuit, baby? Okay. It's free. All right, just wanted you to know. I mean, unless you want to throw $5 my way, then, you know. When I was at the University of Florida, this is a true story. Instructor, because we're gonna have a pop session. He ordered like 10 pizzas. We're at the University, there's 400 people in class. So all these people show up for free pizza. When he gets done, he was like, hey guys, just so y'all know, like, the pizza wasn't free today, so if you'd like to donate, feel free to leave some money. I mean, there was probably 80, 90 people in the room. Feel free to come up and leave some money. He got like $6. I'm like, dude, ain't nobody paying you no damn money for that. All right, we're gonna select 100 people, probability to get fewer than 40. We start off by finding the mean. We start off by finding the mean. Hey, Amr, am I good?
Yeah.
So the mean is 0.48 times 100. So the mean is 48, right? The standard deviation is the square root of 0.48 times 0.52 times 100. All right, so that is equal to 4.8 this is 40. Now, whenever you use, Maddie, whenever you use the mean as n times b, that's when you'll use continuity correction factor. Okay, because there's always a question about when do I add the 0.5, when do I subtract the 0.5. If you have to find the mean using n times b, that's when you'll do it. If you don't do n times b, then don't do the plus or minus 0.5. And I would say to you that if you're in doubt, just don't do it at all. You'd be better off that way. Okay? So, do we want to include 40 or not? If I say fewer than 40, does that include 40 or no? No. So, we want to come back here and shade this way. Do we agree? That way we make sure we don't include 40. So it's 39.5 minus 48 divided by 5. Which is negative 8.5 divided by 5. Which is negative 1.7. If I did that math correctly? All right. Now, when I look up negative 1.7 on the chart, am I going to use a positive chart or negative chart? Negative chart, right? Small area. So looking at 1.7, survey says 0.0446. We good? All right. Let's do this. All right. Let's let you guys drive some of the discussion. Do we need to do more of these, or are we ready to go on to confidence intervals? And it's okay. I mean, I don't look. I'm here for a time. I don't care.
I see how you did it, but I had no idea how to do it.
So we want to do another one just like this?
Sure.
Sound good? Hey, Jason, you know what I find fascinating?
What?
I was talking to somebody the other day. They don't have pie at Thanksgiving dinner.
What?
Who the hell doesn't have pie? They have cake and Rice Krispie treats. I'm like, Rice Krispie treats? The Pilgrims were not eating Rice Krispie treats. I know that for sure. Don't have pie.
But why? Like,
She said they just don't do it.
not like no pie. Like,
No pie,
like
no,
no
no,
pie, no apple pie,
zero pie,
cherry pie.
nothing.
No. I don't have casseroles either.
Every Thanksgiving got a casserole.
Every Thanksgiving got a pie.
No, not theirs.
They might not have a casserole then.
No, I'm sure they have a casserole. They gotta have a green bean casserole. Everybody's got a damn green bean casserole everybody eats. People put it on their plate, trying to be generous. It's like, oh, okay, well, we'll take some green bean casserole. And then when they get done, they just scrape that shit in the trash can. You're not hungry? The house full. Well, is there any pie? That's my favorite part. I'm full. Where's the pie though?
Yeah.
Let's say that 22% of people don't have pie. I mean, their Thanksgiving's not complete, but you know what? Hey, Nate, you have pie at your Thanksgiving? Okay, I just want to make sure. I was going to invite you to my house if you didn't, because I was going to feel bad for you. You have casserole?
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to select 50 people. We're going to find the probability that more than 12 have pie. Y'all good? All right. Molly, what did you get for your answer, baby? 2. 2 is correct. Good job. Hey, Nate, no pressure, but Molly just got her problem right. Are we good?
Yeah, you're good.
All right, so you recognize that these two are basically the same. We take out a negative, and essentially we're going to change this sign. So this becomes 2x minus 8 over x minus 4. Once I get to there, I factor out the 2. We get x minus 4 over x minus 4. And those cancel and you get 2. Cassie, did you recognize that those were going to cancel?
Yeah.
You go, girl. You want to be a math teacher too?
I do teach a little bit of algebra, but not, like, I don't love it. Like science, I don't love it.
Where do you teach at?
It's a private online school.
How long will that last for?
How long would you last for?
Yeah, if I got a job there, how long will I last?
Not long. It's a Christian school. They'd have to put some kind of filter on for you.
Hey, Nate, we would need a dump button. I went to a Christian basketball game one time. And they were so bad. It was like St. Joseph's or something. I'm watching it and I'm like, oh my God, you guys are terrible.
Oh, they are bad.
And,
I played against them, they're really bad.
and the coach goes, can I come to one of your practices and maybe get some? Sure. So he comes to my practice. So I'm for practice. He leaves. And I said, if you'd like me to, I'll come to one of yours. He's like, oh, no. He's like, no. He's like, you won't be walking back and I might get fired. And I'm like, it was that bad? And he was like, I got great stuff out of yours, but you
Yeah.
can't come.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay. Hey, Nate, they think I'm bad. They should hear Coach E.
Oh, yeah. Throw the clipboard and everything.
All right. So Nate, did you factor the right-hand side? X cubed plus 8? Did you get that? Okay. Now, both Nate and Molly and the millions of you not watching around the world, usually the pieces you have here will be the factors for what you need to factor. Like if you look at it, it's usually that it's already there. You don't have to do a lot of factoring. They kind of already give you the pieces in most cases. Okay? So in this case, if you did the up, over, you would have to do it with just these two pieces first. Okay? So if you wanted to do up, over, and you can, you would do it, you would kind of just do these two pieces first, get an answer, and then take that answer and subtract off the 7. All right? But what I'm going to do is find a common denominator between all three. And then that is x plus 2, x squared minus 2x plus 4. Okay. So here, I've got the x plus 2. I've got x squared minus 2x plus 4. X squared minus 2x plus 4. Over here, I've got the x squared minus 2x plus 4. I'm missing the x plus 2. And what you'll notice, Molly, is that essentially that looks like up, over. And it functionally is. I'm just going to tack on this one last minus 7.
Did you get it?
I tried to discourage him, but he wasn't discouraged. Minus 7. Okay. Now from here, can I erase the top part? Because if not, I'm going to end up going into Cassie's problem. She's not going to like that. 3x squared minus 6x plus 12, if you distribute this. 4x squared plus 8x, if you distribute this, minus 7. Which gives you a final answer of what? 7x squared plus 2x plus 5 over x plus 2, x squared minus 2x plus 4.
That's what I got, I did that before for everything.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Nate, you good, bet? Can I erase? JK. So we're going to go there. And then we're going to go here. This is going to be a world of fun. You're going to be so happy with this. You're just going to be like, whoa, can we do more? All right. A plus B
Can't do it, can you?
does not exist. Okay? They got to be like rows and columns in order to be able to add.
Right.
Okay? Now, a couple things I want to tell you right now. On the test, I'm real good for this. Okay? And saying, okay, well, what is A plus B equal to? So, because there's a bunch of letters here, it takes the calculator out of play. So you're not able to use it anymore. See, if not, you just punch them into the calculator, you add them together, you hit enter, and it gives you an answer, and then you put in a choice. Yeah, not having that. So this is 1 plus A, 2 plus B, 2 plus C, 5 plus D. Not that big of a deal. The other thing I'll do is I'll say this plus this is equal to 7, 5, 9, 4. Figure out what these pieces are. So it allows you to work backwards off of that. Does that make sense? All right, now what's A times B? A times B we can do because it's row by column.
Right.
So it's 1 times 3 is 3, 2 times 4 is 8. This piece is 11. Are we good?
Yeah.
Now please, I'm depending on you guys to tell me that I'm going too fast or you don't understand.
You're good.
So it's row by column, row by column. So 1 times -1 is -1, 2 times 6 is 12. That's 11. Row by column, so 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 5 is 10. That's 12. Row by column, 2 times 3 is 6, 5 times 4 is 20. That's 26. 2 times -1 is -2, 5 times 6 is 30. 28. 2 times 2 is 4, 5 times 5 is 29. Or,
25
20.
plus that is 29, yes.
yeah, that part. All right. So A times B is not too bad. Ish.
No, that was fine.
Well, what's the issue?
B times
B
A.
times A,
Doesn't exist.
okay. That's what I wrote.
See, you would have to do row by column and then you run out of numbers,
Not enough.
right?
Okay, good.
So B times A does not exist. All right. The determinant of a 2 by 2 is this times this minus this times this.
So 1.
It's 1 times 5 is 5, 2 times 2 is 4.
So
So the determinant of a 2 by 2 is AD minus BC, if you will. All right. The inverse. Remember how we said to do the inverse? What do you do?
Swap. A and D.
Swap,
And
change.
the signs.
Swap, change. So it's going to be A inverse is swap, change, and then multiply by 1 over the determinant,
Right.
which in this case was just 1. All right.
Okay, so I thought that the determinant was all of that up there, but you're just saying it's just the fraction part, 1 over the.
The
A.
determinant is just the bottom of the fraction part.
Okay, so I.
It's not even the 1 over, it's just the bottom part of the fraction.
Okay.
Okay?
I mean, I have all the right answers, I just didn't have them in the right, with the right labels.
All right. We good? Now, if you have to find the inverse of a 3 by 3 or a 4 by 4 or whatever that might be, then at that point, you can use your calculator. Okay? I wouldn't ask you to do that manually, that's a pain in the ass. All right? 2 by 2s you can do manually. And oftentimes I'll put a letter in there. Instead of putting the 5 there, I'll put an A. Just so you can use the formula.
And so the
Okay.
inverse includes both this set.
Yes.
Times the.
It's this whole piece.
That's called a scalar outside, right?
Yes, yeah, it's
Okay.
called a scalar.
Okay. All right.
We good?
Mhm.
All right. I'm going to give you this. And you may not have done it before, so if you haven't, just hang on for 1 second. All right? Find x such that A inverse does not exist. All right? If you haven't done it, just hold on. All right, ladies, y'all ready? So you're going to find the average is 50 times 0.22.
We gotta move the camera back.
See, that's why you're here. Hey, Jason, I would just say I'm glad you showed up today.
Yeah, you want?
Yeah, because if you hadn't, then we'd have 2 less people. And then I would feel really, really bad.
You're giving me a hard time at first.
Well, I was.
Yeah.
That was because I thought the people who told me they were going to come were faithful. Now I know they're not.
Yeah.
I'm going to severely question their motives next time they say they're coming.
Make sure you do. I'm gonna move closer a little bit.
I think next time they're asking to get Burger King.
Does Burger King have breakfast?
They do.
Never had it, yeah. It's always smoked on the top. Burger King,
Yeah.
big grease.
Are we good?
Yeah, I think we should be good.
If not, Molly's bringing us a USB extension next time.
What?
All right, 50 times 0.22 is 11,
Yeah.
right? The standard deviation is square root of 50 times 0.22 times 0.78. All of you all, okay, Catherine, when we type this in, let's don't use parentheses inside the square root. Let's use the multiplication symbol. Students who use the parentheses tend to close the square root too early, and they F it all up. Okay? So 11 times 0.78 is around 8.8, which is a little less than 3, so it's around 2.74.
2.9.
All right. 2.9. 11. This is 12. We're looking for more than 12, right? Do we want to include the 12 or not include 12? Not include 12, right? So we're going to go to 12.5. So 12.5 minus 11 divided by 2.9. Which is 1.5 over 3, which is 0.5, which is a little more than 0.5.
0.52.
The world of my estimating. A little more than this, a little less than that. I feel like a cook on one of those shows. We're gonna add salt. How much was that? It was a hand
To
pinch.
taste. To taste.
Yeah. Exactly. And then my shit always falls in the middle. I'm like, whoa, it didn't fall in the middle for them. What the hell happened to my piece of bread? Are we gonna use the positive chart or the negative chart?
Negative.
Negative chart, 0.52. Jason, did you get this?
Well, I put, instead of 0.78, I put 0.88 for some reason, so it was all off.
Oh,
Yeah. So I got like 3.1 instead of 2.9.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be careful with that. 0.3015. Catherine, you get 0.3015? Well, I don't want to give you this, but this one's got COVID on it. I'm only kidding, Catherine. I'll use my mask. This is me at Publix.
Thank you.
I'm always just analyzing like, okay, if I sneak in like this, it stops me from walking back out to the car. All right, we good?
Good enough, yeah.
Good enough, okay. Now. Want some cheese, Jason?
How old are they? Yeah, okay. You can be the prize for somebody.
Yeah, it'd be a prize pack. I mean, they were fresh at one point.
Yeah, well, everything's fresh.
Just saying, if you were hungry, you wouldn't be asking how old it was. All right, let's say we, Jason, y'all passing out candy tomorrow?
Smart. Oh, tomorrow's Halloween?
Ding dong.
Oh, I don't know.
Molly, y'all passing out candy?
We live in an apartment. There are really no kids that like go to apartments. It's weird. We buy candy, but like they never come.
I feel you.
That's depressing.
It's so depressing.
You just eat.
I buy candy and then eat it, and then the kids show up and I'm like, sorry, you get toothpicks, because you're gonna need them for later anyway. So we're gonna survey 60 people. And we're gonna find that, 45 plan to give out candy. I'm trying to think, is it better to let the kids just take it out of the bucket? Or is it better to pass it out to them and then they don't all touch it and get all germy in there?
I think it's not good either way. I mean, I think it's better to let them just get it, but
Then you got all the kids' hands in versus just
Yeah.
yours.
I know.
That's what I'm saying.
Wear gloves. Hand it out.
Yep.
Wear gloves.
You can wear gloves.
How the hell does wearing gloves help me? Because after I touch it the first time, then the germs are on the glove.
I think if they were that concerned.
I'm just saying, like, you know, at McDonald's, they all wear gloves, and I'm like, I don't know how the hell that's helping anybody. You've had that same pair of gloves on for 4 hours. Just a thought. Use this
You're up with one of them, so.
to construct
Excuse me. Thank you.
new pair of gloves.
Yep.
A 95% confidence interval for the mean. Now, Catherine, remember when we do this, we do A, B, C, D, E, right? On the test, I'm gonna have to narrow down what is A, what's the critical value. By the way, we call that the critical value, write that down.
The what?
The critical value
Is what?
is A.
Okay.
It occurs to me, I haven't told y'all that. So when you see it on the test, it's gonna be like a new question for you, because you're gonna be like, what the hell is critical value? You never went over that. I did right now.
That should be a bonus question.
Absolutely not.
That's the draw picture
Yes, draw a picture.
is critical value.
Yeah, critical value is what you get when you draw the picture. Although I'll tell you it's in the homework as well, so if you've done the homework. Then.
Does anybody do the homework?
Maddie, do you do the homework?
I think that answers your question.
Nate does.
Really? Oh, wow. It's dedication. I got you.
And when he says he does it, he means on Friday before the test on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't want to get too far ahead.
Oh, yeah. Can't do that.
Huh?
I do mine.
You do yours? Thank you, Mom.
I got an A on the test quiz, but
It's very emotional. Up, over, right? 3x minus 4 plus 2x plus 1 over x plus 1 over x plus 1x minus 4. This is equal to, Amr, how we doing up there?
Good.
This is equal to 3x minus 12 plus 2x plus 2 over x plus 1x minus 4, yeah? Up, over. 1x minus 4 minus 7x plus 1 over x minus 4x plus 1. This is 1x minus 7x is negative 6x. Minus 4 minus 7 is minus 11. Molly, what do you do from there?
I'm working on it now. I got it wrong because I put positive 7 instead of negative 7.
Keep, change, flip. So the top part is 5x minus 10. Times, flip. X minus 4 plus 1 plus 1 cancel. And you get 5x minus 10 over negative 6x minus 11.
At the top, that
No,
goes.
that's the answer.
That's the answer.
Hey, drier. P hat is x over n, right?
Molly, you good?
Yeah, I almost got it right.
Nate, you good? I mean, I'm going to erase it, is what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah. Never.
Molly, you're good? We're going to go up, over again. Up, over.
Move the camera to the lawn.
Appreciate you. Well, that way, close to one in the right direction. X squared minus y squared over xy. Up, over. 3x plus 3y over xy. which is equal to keep, change, flip, x squared minus y squared over xy times x over xy over 3x plus y. You agree with that? Factoring the 3 on the bottom. This piece is x plus y, x minus y. The x and y cancel. And here the x plus y, those cancel as well. Leaving you with x minus y over 3.
Do we have to write it out, like, if we continue, take sample size, like, right now?
Well, I mean, if you want to, you can.
Is that like what we're gonna have to do for the test?
Well, you don't have to write it out, it's multiple choice. You gotta choose the one that's best. Molly, you good?
Yeah, I have the right idea, but like I did some wrong calculations, but I know what I did wrong, so.
Okay. Nate, you good? All right, I'm gonna leave you guys with that, because I'm gonna leave in about 10 to 15 minutes. All right?
Thank you.
Thank you guys for
Thank
coming.
you.
Thank you so much. All right, Cassie, you ready?
I'm ready. I got nothing.
Thanks, Nate. Hey, Nate, am I gonna put you on the list for next week?
Oh, yeah, just put me on. I'll
Okay,
be on.
you're on, Nate.
Can you put me on?
Molly, you're on.
Thank you.
Amr, am I putting you on the list for next week?
Yeah.
You're on. Yeah, write this shit down. Nate? I ain't spelled it right, did I?
It's 2 A's. It's 2 A's. 1 M. Listen. You close.
What the hell did you say?
AAMIR.
Oh, I thought you said 2 A's and 1 O, and I was like,
No,
no
no.
way. There's no way there's no
It
way.
said 2 A's, 1 M.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna erase their stuff, because they're gone. So, how do you find the determinant of a 3 by 3 if you can't use the calculator? So in the calculator, you just type it in, you go to math and hit determinant, hit the matrix, it's not that hard.
My calculator doesn't even do that.
What's that?
My calculator doesn't even do that.
Well, you need to get better.
Yeah.
Do you have access to one or not?
No, I have the, like, the basic Texas Instrument one.
When we get done, let's see if I can sit you down, lay you down there, she might have one here. Because it'd be helpful to have one. All right, but in a 3 by 3, if you can't use the calculator, what do you do? And here's the answer. You write the first 2 rows twice. So you write it this, and then you write them again. Okay, now you may be thinking, well, why would you do that, Drier? It's a good question, I'm glad you asked. We're gonna multiply down the diagonals. And we need 2 rows in order to make a full diagonal. So 1 times x times 9 is 9x. 0 times 5 times 2, 0. 3 times 0 times 4 is 0. So you would technically you would add all those together. Okay? Now you're coming back the other way. 1 times 5 times 4, or excuse me, 0 times 0 times 9, 0 times 0 times 9, 0, 1 times 5 times 4, 9, 3 times x times 2, 6x. Okay. That's how you find the determinant of a 3 by 3.
Sorry, I missed the second half there. Where did you go? You you went backwards, you said, what did you do the second time? I'm still writing the first.
No, you're good. It's all good. Okay. So first time we went diagonal this way.
Yes,
Next time we're going diagonal this way.
okay.
Here, here, here. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Now, if I want to find x such that a doesn't have an inverse, then what I need is for the determinant of a to be equal to 0. If the determinant of a is equal to 0, then no inverse exists. Let me say that again. If the determinant of a is equal to 0, no inverse exists. So it would suffice then, this is 9x minus 9 minus 6x. Set that equal to 0. You get 3x minus 9 is equal to 0. X is 3. Alma, what's wrong with it?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
You positive? All right. So that's what it means for the inverse not to exist. The determinant would be 0. All right. I'm going to stop you guys with that. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah. That's good.
All right. So we got 45 out of 60. So 45 out of 60 is 0.75. So that's p hat is 0.75. That makes q hat equal to 0.25, obviously. We'll need that at some point. All right. So we're going to construct a 95% confidence interval. This is 0.95. This is 0.025. This is 1.96. With the chart, right?
Yep.
After a while, you'll start to memorize that was 1.96.
Yeah.
You use it all the damn time. Okay? 95% confidence interval, just so you know, is industry standard. So if you ever had to do this for somebody, like, when you got paid, you can just do 95%, it's totally okay. All right?
Do you get paid for that type of stuff?
Huh?
You'd like to get paid for that type of stuff?
Oh, you need to move the camera back.
Appreciate it. If you're ready to leave, you can just
I
pass that
just
off.
had a question once you were done.
Oh, okay, give me 1 second. Yeah, so I did. The funny thing is, I was expert witness in a triple murder death penalty case, where I was analyzing the jury database
Yeah.
and looking at the jury sample. And this dude's up, like, he's on death row, like, legitimately right now, he's on death row.
Yeah.
And so, we submitted a report to the person, said, you know, this is the findings, and I did confidence intervals. And I did 95% confidence intervals. I just told you, right, that's the industry standard, like, if you want to do a confidence interval, do 95%. And so I did 95%, and the attorney for the defendant, he's like, Mr. Jar, you only did 95% confidence interval? And I said, yeah, is there a problem? And he was like, well, isn't that like a 5% chance that you messed up? And I'm like, well, not exactly. And he's like, I would feel better if it was 99%. And I was like, 95% is fine. He looks at me and he goes, Professor Jar, let me remind you that a man's life is at stake here. I was like, whoa. When you say it like that, we're doing 95. All right. I'm like, who's going to argue with it? The judge?
Yeah.
I'll just remind the judge that I have a degree and he doesn't. So,
Was he guilty?
oh, he was dead guilty.
Oh.
He admitted that he did it
Oh. Then why even have a trial?
because he didn't want to die.
But he admitted. All right.
The whole thing was to get him off of death row.
Oh, that's it.
That was the whole purpose.
So, didn't work out.
Although it's perpetually on hold now, so I guess it worked out pretty good.
Really? I thought we still did it.
He's been there for a while. never met the guy, just so you know.
You didn't have to like go to
I
court.
didn't have, yeah, I did have to go testify.
Was he there, like sitting there with his little orange jumpsuit?
Now, they had told me he was gonna be there. They were like, you know, don't want you to freak out, but he may be there. And if he is, he'll be chained to the table, and I'm like, please don't let him be there. He might decide he wants to kill me or something, I don't know. But anyway, that's the formula, yeah.
Yep.
Lex, are we good?
Oh, I tried.
Part C, 0.75 minus 1.96 times the square root of 0.75 times 0.25 over 60. Did I just write that? Everybody got it? So that's 2, that's 0.5. 0.5 times the square root of 3. Square root of 3 is 1.6. 1.6 divided by the square root of 60. Square root of 60 is 7 and some change. It's almost 8. So 1.6 divided by 8 is 0.2. But it's not really 8. It's actually a little less than 8, which means it's not really 0.2. It's actually a little more than 0.2. So it's like 0.23. And when you subtract it off of that, you get 0.52. That's what I'm going with, baby.
0.64 and 0.86.
Or whatever you said. Can we get confirmation on what Maddie said?
I know I'm right.
What did you say, Maddie?
I know I'm right.
No, I know that. I heard that part. People on the internet didn't hear that part. But don't worry, it's like a tree falling in the woods, right? So, I didn't hear your answer. I mean, I heard your answer, but then you hit me with the whole I know I'm right thing, and then I forgot what you said. What would you say again?
0.64 and 0.86.
Did you use the little test thing that I showed you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's how you know for sure you're right. Okay. Feel free on the test to write out the formula, and then just use that to get the answer if you want.
Okay.
But I will expect you to, I want you to understand, you guys show the work, but you don't have to show the work,
Yeah.
if that makes sense. I feel like I'm being cryptic right there, but I'm not trying to be cryptic. Write the expression down, and then use the calculator to get the answer if you want to.
How do you use the calculator?
You ain't ready for that yet.
No?
Your class pissed me off, so I didn't show you all.
How?
Because only 8 of y'all show up.
Hey, I was one of the 8. And I'm here. I think that deserves
Stat,
stat
go to test. Go to option 0.
all the way down.
One proportion to the end.
Oh,
No, option A, I'm sorry. And what's X? X is 45.
yeah.
What's N?
6,
Okay. What's your confidence level?
95%.
Go down and calculate.
That's cool. Thank you. Hold on, I need to write that down. So stat.
Stat, go to
test,
calc.
calc, I think.
No, it's the test, yeah, my fault. Stat, test,
Option A.
option A.
Alright. Thank you.
I'll let you mess with it for a while and I'll show you the next day. So you'll see it on Tuesday when I see you again. You guys good?
Yes.
Any questions?
No question.
Catherine, any questions? Thank y'all for coming. I plan on getting the test posted by 12. That's the plan. I gotta go to Lake Wales and go hang up television, but, that other job calls, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Are
yeah.
we honor wall?
Yes.
Or wait till last minute.
Say it again.
Or wait till last
alarm because my dog will walk into my room or my mom will
Oh,
come
yeah.
in.
Yeah, my
It's like
my
your face is just like in view.
I know.
Yeah, my son's
And I
over
feel like I
this
have to like
morning.
sit like this the whole time and I can't like move or breathe wrong because it'll
Uh,
flag it.
The problem is, when I wasn't using honor lock, there was massive widespread cheating. And now I just feel like,
Well, if we're using our notes, there's no point in like cheating because we're using our notes. You can't like Google it, like, what is
Unless
like,
we go
Yeah.
to that and then like.
and then they don't know that you can use the notes. And then, you know what? It's not my problem.